Midwest Box Trucking, back. And in today's video, I want to address a widely discussed topic amongst different YouTube channels, forums, and groups. Pretty much what's the least a box truck owner operator should drive for. Okay, so let's get into it. It pretty much, in my opinion, depends on your location / situation. Okay, are you already loaded and it's being added as a partial load? Are you in a dead zone and may likely end up deadheading out of the area anyway? These are questions that come into play when you're considering what rate to drive for per mile. Okay, if you're in Central Florida and you're being offered a load for $1.48 up into Nashville, Tennessee, okay, would I suggest you take that load? Yes. Take that load to get out of Central Florida, which is a pretty rough area to get out of, into the Tennessee area, which is a better area for box truck freight. So yes, I would suggest you take that 148 per mile. If I'm at home sitting on my couch and a broker calls me with a load for 148 per mile, am I going to take it? No. I'm going to stay right where I'm at, okay? That's too low of a rate for me to come out of my comfort zone, to jump out on the road. This load could be whatever weight. I don't know how much gas I'm going to have to burn, how long this truck route is going to take, different factors that come into play when you're, just factor in what rate you want to drive for. So, as a rule of thumb, when negotiating with brokers, I would start between $2.50 and $3 per mile. And yes, that's a little high, but why sell yourself short? I would start between $2.50 and $3 per mile and negotiate down, definitely aiming for at least $2 per mile. And I would say when you're on the ups and you're in a situation where you don't really need to, run the load, I would walk away at $1.85 per mile. That would be my bottom. Like I said, unless you're in a dead zone where I'm going to end up deadheading out of here anyway, incurring gas and, just operation costs to get back into a good area. Take what you can to get out of that dead zone, whatever that may be, whatever's feasible for you, to get into a better area, because otherwise you're going to deadhead. So, hey, I would say take whatever you can to get out of the area you're in. But, on a regular basis, I would say walk away at $1.85 per mile, and I'm going to be honest with you. The way you start with a lot of these brokers is the way you finish. Okay, so if you start out taking $1.40, $1.50 per mile, that's what you'll constantly be offered. It may be a lot more money in the load. The next guy may turn it down because he wants $2. You'll be the guy they call to run that load, for a minimal, whatever per mile. So this is something you need to think about. The way you start with these brokers is the way you'll finish. So if you sell yourself short from the beginning, you'll find that being the case throughout your relationship with whatever broker. You need to teach these brokers and train them on, what rate per mile you're comfortable driving for. And if this means sitting out some loads and letting the next guy get them, that's what you have to do to build, the respect level and the proper relationship with different brokers. You may lose out on some loads. You may, miss some opportunities and miss some money. But this needs to be done to train a broker or, whoever you're dealing with for loads on, what you're willing to or not willing to drive for. And like I say, the way you start is the way you finish. So if you start out taking 130, 140, 150 per mile on a consistent basis in areas where it's decent rates on freight, then that's how you'll finish. So like I said, I would start between $2.50 and $3 per mile and negotiate down. Definitely aiming for at least $2. And like I said, walk away at $1.85. That's too low to operate a box truck when they're making top dollar to move this freight. $7,000, $8,000, $9,000, or 7,000, 8,000, 9,000 pound loads, and they want to give you $1.52 per mile. That's ridiculous, and if you choose to drive for that, if another, individual tells you it's okay to drive for that, amount, hey, so be it. But I'm going to tell you that, hey, I'm not moving for that unless it's necessary. Like I said, how you start is how you finish, and the lows and the rates you do or don't accept builds and determines the type of relationship you'll have with that particular broker. So keep that in mind when starting out. Don't sell yourself short. This is why you got high insurance costs. This is why, box trucks cost an arm and a leg right now. They are a hot commodity. Don't just drive for anything and move freight for anything and set up that type of dealing with whatever brokers you choose to, run for. It's not going to be lucrative in the long run. So this is just my opinion on, what's the least a box truck owner operator should drive for, So with that being said, I ain't going to hold you guys up. You guys stay safe out there. Take it easy and have a good one. Appreciate you.